Thank you, thank you. Do you know, it was Saturday just gone. It was 6 p.m. at home. I'd cut the grass. I was thinking about having a drink, and the phone rings. It's Steve Bannon. He says, could you come to Alabama tomorrow? Because we'd like you to put your voice behind a true, genuine conservative in the shape of Judge Roy Moore. And I had to think about it. I had to think about it. Do you know, it took me a whole 10 seconds to decide to drop everything and come here to be with you this evening. And I came all this way because what is going on here with this vote tomorrow isn't just important for Alabama. It isn't just important for the Republican Party. It isn't just important for the United States of America. It's important for the whole global movement across the West that we have built up and we have fought for. And a movement that led the year of 2016 into being the great historic year that it was. You know, in 100 years to come, 200 years to come, people will look back on 2016 as the year when ordinary people, decent people, ignored people, people who've been despised by the political establishment decided in 2016, you know what? We've had enough and we're going to start voting for change. And we did it, didn't we? We did it. We did it. We, in the United Kingdom, we overturned the direction that our political class and liberal media had taken us in for 50 years, and we voted against all the lies we'd been told by the big businesses. We voted against President Obama, daring to tell America's best ally in the world that we'd be at the back of the line. And we voted Brexit. We voted Brexit. And if that wasn't enough to give the global liberal media severe indigestion, then a few months later, something happened on the 8th of November in the United States of America that has made them feel pretty sick ever since, and that was the election of Donald J. Trump. But folks, a year on from those great victories, we are facing some very considerable problems. The liberal media now hate anybody with conservative values in a way that I don't think we've ever seen before. There are others on the left. Who are turning increasingly away from democratic process and towards violent, unpleasant, nasty protest. We see some on the left who now even want to rewrite history, tear down statues, and pretend we're different people to who we are. We see an attempt through the educational system, through our colleges and universities, to stop teaching young people that in a democracy there are two respectable sides to an argument, as they try to shout down and drown out those of us that believe in conservative values. We have real problems. The establishment, a year on, are doing all they can to undo those great successes of 2016, and we have to stand firm and be of resolve. We have to go on fighting. But there is a problem that is even greater than the violent left-wing protesters and their supporters, or those at least that turn a blind eye to them in the liberal media. We have an even bigger problem out there, and that problem are those people who, in theory, purport to support our aims and purport to support our views. Our problem is that so many people who are part of the Conservative movement on both sides of the pond are in fact career politicians, dominated by what is in their own interests. And they know the closer they stay to the big banks and the multinational corporations, the less they cause offence to some in the media, the better their own career prospects may be. We have a problem with Brexit that so many in the Conservative Party, despite being elected on a ticket of delivering Brexit, now seek to delay it, now seek to water it down, now seek to try to pretend it hadn't happened. And you in America have exactly the same problem with members of Congress elected on a Republican ticket and yet doing their damnedest to stop the president from getting his agenda through. It's an enemy within. It's an enemy within. And that is why I have absolutely no hesitation in putting my support and my backing behind a man like Judge Roy Moore, who has shown in his career that he will always put principle before his own career advancement. He is not going to be sucked into the swamp. He is not going to be beholden to anybody. It is getting someone like him elected that will rejuvenate the movement that led to Trump and Brexit and all of those great things happening in 2016. So we need this to happen tomorrow. And people are supporting him because they want President Trump's agenda to succeed, and he's the best man to deliver it, isn't he? So let's send that message out. Send that message out to a skeptical media. The point about getting Judge Roy Moore is to help the president, isn't it? I couldn't hear you. It's to help the president, isn't it? Absolutely. Good. So it's now up to you. You've got to do what you can. You've got to fill your motor cars tomorrow. You've got to get your friends and family. You've got to get them out to vote. You've got to make it happen. And I wish you Godspeed. I really do. Thank you. Thank you.